Rise and shine, everyone. 6 o'clock here on your Monday morning. Thank you for joining us and starting your day with us here. Jason and Alicia with you after a beautiful Sunday.
Beautiful Sunday. We say Sunday because the other days weren't so great.
Yeah,
but yesterday was so nice, guy, to see so many of my neighbors. Everyone was getting yard work done.
It was beautiful. Yeah, I was outside myself too. Now today, as you can see behind me, still beautiful, but skies are not as blue. We're not expecting skies to be as clear as yesterday. Mostly cloudy to partly cloudy skies today. Temperatures right now, if you're stepping out, at 53. Highs will climb to around 72 this afternoon. Look at your morning planner. Low 60s by 9 o'clock, 61, 64 by 11 o'clock later this morning. And we'll keep mostly cloudy to partly cloudy skies. A small chance for an afternoon, evening shower or thunderstorm to kind of pop up. Very isolated and hit or miss this afternoon with northeast winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Now we'll keep that chance going into the night hours. Just after midnight, we'll see that chance quickly decrease with a thunderstorm chance earlier during the evening and tonight as well, lows in the 50s. I'll track that out here. I have some forecast models that I'll be running here in just a little bit. Alicia?
Guy, thank you. Let's give you a look at the map. Again, you can check your own route, but we just have one stalled vehicle south of Minneapolis on 35W, not causing any slowdowns whatsoever. Drive times are still average here metro-wide. We are, however, following breaking news out of St. Paul. Police tell us a 21-year-old man is dead after a motorcycle crash at the intersection of Bush Avenue and White Bear Avenue around 9 last night. Both sides of the street are now open after they were closed while police were on the scene. The cause of the crash is still under investigation. This morning, deputies in St. Croix County are standing guard alongside the casket of fallen deputy Katie Lysing. They're going to stay there until she's laid to rest.
Lysing was shot and killed during a traffic stop on Saturday. She's the fourth law enforcement officer in our region to be shot and killed in the last month. Pope County, Minnesota deputy Josh Owen died April 15th on a domestic call. Two officers from Barron County, Wisconsin, Hunter Scheel and Emily Breidenbach, were killed April 8th during a traffic stop. CC is live in St. Croix County this morning with new details about this case. CC.
Hi, good morning. So this morning we're learning that the Wisconsin Department of Justice will be investigating this situation, and then once they gather some findings, they'll be turning what they find over to the St. Croix County District Attorney's Office very soon. But if you take a look behind me, we're going to show you a scene that really we've been seeing a lot as of late, and it's a memorial being set up. If you take a look here, you can see the memorial for Deputy Lysing here at the Sheriff's Department. We have a bunch of flowers here, some balloons on this squad car. These items were all left here over the weekend from a community that's in mourning right now. About the situation though, we know that this all started on Saturday around 6:15. Officials say Deputy Lysing was sent to check on a potential drunk driver who was in a ditch. When she got there, she found 34-year-old Jeremiah Johnson. He allegedly refused field sobriety tests and shot Lysing. Officials say Lysing shot back at him 3 times but never hit Johnson. Johnson took off into the woods, and about an hour later, another officer heard a gunshot and witnessed Johnson fall in the woods. A handgun was eventually found near him. All of this hitting very close to home for those whose loved one is in law enforcement.
One of my friends was a police officer, and it was very scary. You know, I know them very well, and some other officers, and it's scary. It hits home. It hits hard, especially when it's in your county.
And this morning, we know that funeral arrangements are pending out of respect for Lysing's family, but more information about that will be released soon. Jason, Alicia.
All right, Cece, thank you very much. And less than 24 hours ago, this was the scene in Hudson on the 11th Street Bridge. You can see the massive American flag hanging there with hundreds of people paying tribute to Deputy Lysing as her body was taken from the medical examiner's office here in Minnesota back home to Wisconsin. Also, law enforcement agencies from all over the country showing support. Overnight, we saw tweets coming in from the NYPD and from Hudson to Edina Police and the Hennepin County Sheriff's Office. They've posted pictures of mourning bands across badges sending their prayers and condolences. Make sure you stay with KARE 11 for the latest on funeral arrangements and other services honoring Deputy Lysing. You can find those on air, on our website, and our social media platforms. This morning, a man is in Prior Lake awaiting charges after a 7-hour standoff near a park. Police say they got the call yesterday around 1 p.m. about domestic assault involving a weapon. When they got to the scene, police tell us the suspect took off into the woods near Murphy Hanaran Park Reserve. The man surrendered about 10 hours ago and no one was hurt. This morning, we're following two tragic incidents out of Texas. The first, a mass shooting at an outlet mall that killed 8 people in Dallas.
And this morning, we're learning new information about the man who police say fired those deadly shots. Dashcam video shows the moment the alleged shooter got out of his car and started shooting. The suspect has been identified as 33-year-old Mauricio Garcia, who's been connected to a neo-Nazi group. He was killed by an officer who was at the mall on an unrelated call and heard the gunshots. This morning, we're hearing from a witness who was the first person on scene.
The first girl I went to, and this is pretty graphic, but she was in the bushes in a fetal position like she was praying, and I didn't feel a pulse. I pulled her head back to see if she's okay, and there was nothing left of her face or her head. It was gone.
Wow. Oh, just horrific. The 8 victims have not been identified yet. President Biden released a statement saying the victims did include children. And about 8 hours south of Allen in Brownsville, Texas, 8 people were killed when they were run down by an SUV as they waited for the bus.
Ashley Gonzalez from our sister station there has the details.
I'm standing just feet away of where 7 people were killed on Sunday morning. Law enforcement says a driver drove into a group of people standing at a bus stop. The owner of the property that I'm standing on right now says when he pulled into work, he had no words.
The electrician told me that there was something going on in front of the business that he couldn't access. So when I got into the cameras, immediately I saw like dead people in my cameras, right? So my first impression right there was, I mean, there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4.
This business owner said several bodies were on his property. He asked us to keep him anonymous.
Everybody has a family and everybody wants to protect their family and everybody wants to feed their family. And I mean, they come here, why? Because they want to get a better life, right? And I mean, in this scenario, in this case, it was the total opposite.
He says the migrants killed didn't have the opportunity for that better life.
They all come for a dream. Right, and it's hard to, I mean, separate people, and yeah. So I mean, I just hope God has a good place for them. Right?
And just hours after the incident, some members of the community were at the scene, praying and leaving flowers.
So my heart like goes to them, like, and their families, like, who knows where they're from, like, and I just wanted to show my respects towards them.
And community members are still paying their respects at the bus stop. Reporting from Brownsville, Ashley Gonzalez, back to you.
Just heartbreaking. In other news this morning, Mayo Clinic is threatening to take a $1 billion investment project out of state if DFL leaders move forward with the health care bills that Mayo is opposing. The Rochester-based hospital system made their intentions clear in an email to DFL leaders, first reported by the Minnesota Reformer, which we've now independently confirmed. Mayo says that the 2 health care bills will negatively impact access to care. The first bill seeks to keep patient loads down by putting more nurses on hospital staffing committees. The other would establish a healthcare affordability board. DFL Representative Sandra Feist is the author of the staffing bill and says she's surprised by Mayo's email to leaders.
If they will come back to the table, I am sure that we can work together to find language that ensures that this bill achieves its goal and also can address Mayo's concerns.
A spokesperson for Governor Walz did not respond to our request for comment, but the governor told other media outlets that he also sees room for compromise between the nurses and Mayo.
And speaking of nurses, this week is Nurse Appreciation Week, and cities across the metro are honoring healthcare workers. We got this here in from Minneapolis. You can see buildings and bridges are lit red to honor our state's nurses. Governor Walz proclaimed May 6th through May 12th Nurses Week in recognition of the more than 120,000 nurses in Minnesota. And this morning we want to say congratulations to these 200 new nurses who graduated over the weekend from Rasmussen University. The school says they're now headed into the workforce post-COVID after starting nursing school during the pandemic.
This morning, we're learning it could take several more weeks to fix this massive sinkhole in Minneapolis. Just a few weeks ago, the city told us repairs to the 8-foot deep hole at 27th Street and Girard Ave would be done by the end of April. Crews are now saying they found additional issues with the sewer pipes below the sinkhole. It's actually not going to be fixed until now the end of this month. That was probably the worst
I know.
pothole, sinkhole thing I've seen all season. But yeah, it's spring though.
Progress,
You know what?
yeah. Trees budding here, things turning nice and lush.
It's the best week of the year because the bugs
The
are at
bugs,
bay for
yeah,
now.
For now, right? So try to get out and enjoy. We'll have some opportunities this week. There's still a slight chance we can find some shower and thunderstorms pop up, but the good news is I'm not tracking any washout conditions. Mostly cloudy to partly cloudy skies. It's also possible this morning you could be waking up to some patchy dense fog. We're not looking at any widespread fog, but again, if you are waking up, especially in some portions in the northern part of the metro, you could be waking up to some patchy fog this morning. So 53, keep that in mind. Northeast breeze at just 3 miles per hour right now. It feels really good on the skin. 63 later on by 10 a.m. Now going into the lunch hour, temperatures in the upper 60s and low 70s. And then by 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock later on this afternoon and evening, we'll start to see those shower and thunderstorm chances pop up through about midnight. And then the chances go down tomorrow morning. Mostly cloudy start. We'll kind of rinse and repeat, but a smaller threat at finding showers and storms for tomorrow afternoon. So tomorrow a dry day, Wednesday a dry day, and then Thursday our better chance at finding showers and storms, and we'll keep those chances throughout at least Saturday. Mother's Day looks dry at 69.